Dewey. How you doing? Kyle, how you doing? Wonderful Thursday for everyone who celebrates. Nope. Oh wait, no, we don't. I was about to say, I'm like, oh, we got Vatira again, but nope, we don't. This is just a new body fan. What? Hit that across. Ah! He was not ready for that. In Georgia, day taco? Yeah, I woke up very early today, and so I'm like, you know, I could stream later in the day, but that's like, you know, the difference between, you know, trying to get a workout in like in the afternoon or morning versus like deep at night after your workday. Like that's not gonna happen. When I've already been awake for like 9 hours, I'm not streaming at a full brain. So I'm like, let's just do some day taco. That way, people at work have something to watch. As you do your meaningless office jobs, I say, unemployed, begging for a job. Oh. Bro just did not want to go. Unfortunately. Glasses needed, he says.
Glasses needed.
Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Oh no! I like how we both simultaneously realized we were not getting that. The guy also went for it and failed. Are you getting more interesting than me? Damn, that's crazy that Hot Dog Vulnerable saw that message. Then again, I asked for the smoke with a comment like that from a hot dog username. I would argue that I haven't been becoming or more interesting than you, but it's just been more interesting. Buddy. Okay, A's has like effed up every single play I need him to not F up on. And that's another one where he's perfectly in position on the backboard in which he didn't get bumped. He got off the backboard for that one. I'm not really sure what's on there. Search for a job could count as a humiliation ritual? I could agree with that. I hit the brakes literally for no reason. I had that read perfect and then I doubted it. I'm just saying, it's got a 3-time SSL winner tag, and I've yet to see the reason why. Off ceiling? That works too? You can get your foot back, maybe. Teammate, should be a goal? Okay, cool. Now I got one. Evicted taco before. Honestly, we're on our way. My grandma says hi. Hello, Lilo. It's some grandma. Oh, there goes my frame rate. Right as Lilo gets in. Is Lilo stealing frames? News at 6. Yeah, one sec, chat. We gotta reset our video settings. Broccoli's decided I don't get any more frames for the day. Aww. Oh! Teammate almost earned your keep there. Oh no. Are you getting him? Okay. Oops. Kind of casually drove around it, don't worry. Oh, that was interesting. The tier just went forward on that. Oh. Let's assume he's gonna catch that. Yes, sir. All right, well, there's one. There's two. Please get on target. Close one. Nice, kabump. All right, let's reset the frame rate real quick. I did go to the FC Dallas game yesterday, and I got to speak with some of the FC Dallas employees. It was mentioned I was applying there. They're like, oh, word. And they asked for my name. I gave it, and they're like, all right, well, that's kind of cool. Hopefully we get to work together. And I'm like, good. So now they know I'm a normal person, which benefits me. Yeah, apparently they just had 2 guys leave their team, so they have openings in 2 different slots, which I've applied to both. So I mentioned that to them in the sales side. Nice A's. Oh, you messed it up. Okay, A's can get that. That's actually a really good touch by him. Demo him, demo him, demo him. No, I wanted to get rid of him, but not like that. Bro's actually speeding up. I'm not gonna lie. I was insulting him later. He's actually playing fast and confident now, which is all I really wanted out of him. Like, if you're gonna have a pink tag for tournaments, you literally cannot be playing slow. There we go, A's. Let's go. Nice shot. I liked the score last night before I went to bed. The which game? What score? FC Dallas match? Yeah, it was a rough one. It was against the #1 team in the West, Vancouver. It was pretty doable, I will say. Like, I don't know what was going on necessarily, but we start off with a post hit on the first minute. We had a goal off PK within like the 8th minute, I think. And beyond that, it was going pretty well, but then they got a goal off of a shot that probably should have been saved, but it was saved up into the crossbar and then in. And then ever since then, it was just like, I don't know, dude, like, it was actually painful to watch because it was like horrible midfield play. Like, so many giveaways. They were trying to fit like all these passes into these windows that really didn't make sense for the situation. There was like legitimately like 15 to 20 passes, I think, across the whole game that were picked off. And I was just like, dude, at a certain point, like, you're handing away possession. So it felt more like a loss than our loss than their win. You know what I mean? Oh, I was gonna bump him and then he just let me shoot it. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna hit it then. The own goal stat list, I was curious if it was egregious or not. The own goal. I don't... As in they scored an own goal? I don't know what goal could possibly have been an own goal. Was it the first goal for Halter in like the 20th minute or something like that? It was also pretty chippy. There's a red card and like 7 yellows, which was pretty fun. Apparently a Dallas center back. I don't remember that goal, so. That must have been like a post stat correction after the fact or something, because when watching it live, there was nothing that I was like, ah, no. Oh, my frame rate's gone again. 1 sec. Good job. How's it going? Hey, Birdie. It's going all right. We woke up very early today, so we are rocking an earlier stream so that we actually have energy to broadcast. Unfortunately, our frame rate is doing the classic Rocket League thing of the first couple minutes. Turns out this is a Rocket League issue and not an NVIDIA issue or anything, because I just updated my drivers today, so this is just a persistent issue. What do you cat? No. I'm broadcasting like streaming. I'm not casting. 26th minute. I genuinely don't remember an own goal. I would just like blocking that out. Because the first goal was Berhalter. Oh, never mind. So it's an own goal because they crossed it in and Brian White was in the middle, but it was credited as his goal initially, but the center back was chasing him and probably tried to block it and knocked it in. That's their goal. Never mind. Yeah, that's not an egregious own goal. That's like a very standard thing that happens as a defender, as a former defender. So yeah, not an egregious own goal by any means. The whole stadium thought it was Brian White finishing it off a cross, so. It was funny because before the game I was like, I love Berhalter and Brian White. I think both of them should be on the World Cup squad for the US, and yet I hope they have a horrible next 2 hours. And they were the three players that were involved in all the goals. That's a good goal. Eviction? Honestly, it feels like we're on that path, chat. Can't find a job to save my life. Texas unemployment office is still being a little bitch. So hopefully, you know, we can not go down that road, but. Hey, Jiro. Okay. All right. We'll take that all day. Sandro's flat tiring me, so I'm like, I don't really know what you want out of this one. He says I got it. Not really sure what that means. I guess I'll fake it. And we both faked it. All right. I don't understand his logic on that. He literally just full rushed it, question mark. So Sandro. And they're done. Nice little hydrate there. How's the grind today? I'm doing all right. I was about to say haven't lost, but I don't remember if we have or not. I think we played 2 games and we have 2 wins, so. That was me being indecisive. I'm a little idiot. Oh man, the back-to-back whiffs. Oh my gosh, that was hard. All right. Uh-oh, they're Spanishing as randoms. They're sweaty. Nice goal. Discord notice fast day 3 minutes. It's sometimes it's on, you know. One of the other creators in the Epic Discord was saying, yeah, your lag might be because ever since the update, I've realized I lose frames if I have Discord open. And I kept it open today, and it's still just as framey as it normally is. So I'm like, all right, well, clearly that's not it. Not gonna lie, I thought Cho was gonna go in the middle, and he actually just chased that ball down, so sad. You're going for that full speed. Dude, man, I hate playing players like this because they're not playing a smart play, but it works because I treat them like children. Like, they just go for stuff even though I'm, like, gonna beat them to it, but they... Fuck. Okay. Nice spawn. Oop, thought I landed that recovery a little bit better, and he's gonna steal that boost anyway. Ooh, Choi does not deserve presents this Christmas. How is that? I'm sorry. After all of that, how did my teammate fight through for that goal? Oh no, Sandro, you were right there. 3 minutes today, or 15 minutes earlier this week. That is pretty rough. Oh, wait, no. I was too busy reacting in disbelief at that guy's goal. Yeah. I didn't fix the frame rate. I'm sorry, chat. Subpar stream. See, the thing that bothers me with this frame rate is that I wonder how many people have been tuning into my stream on the YouTube or Twitch in the first, like, 20 minutes and been like, man, this guy's PC sucks. I don't want to watch this, and then leave. Like, how many times has this cost me a viewer in their initial assessment? Like, this guy's playing on 10 FPS, what the hell? Not knowing if he just waits a little bit. I should put a disclaimer, like a little, like, text thing. Like, hey, by the way, frame rate is temporary. It'll fix between goals. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, we're gonna fake that low. Almost worked. Not gonna lie, Sandra's pretty ballsy for going for that. Not a huge fan of that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Almost the flick I wanted. That's not a controllable touch by him. And that's a goal if C hits it hard enough. Sandro flipped. He tried to control that. No counter, please. See? Well done. I can take that. Oh my god, Sandro. Good bump, though. Also, the hard part about playing in a choppy screen is that, like, when someone enters your screen, you don't see them for, like, 3 or 4 frames. You see them for, like, 1 frame. And then suddenly they're on your ass. You're like, oh god. That's, like, the thing that bothers me the most about this. Oh my god, how's it getting worse? What the hell? What is happening? It's like as the game is getting into crunch time, it's like, you know, you're gonna lose more and more. There's like a new challenge. Honestly, if I just bump Sandro, that was a guaranteed goal. And it's a goal anyway, let's go. Early taco day to go with my tacos I had for lunch. Excellent. What do we like to hear? He says, God, all this expletive lobby sucks. I don't have any idea what he just said. I mean, he might be calling all of us bad, which is fair, but also I'm legitimately playing on like FPS, like 10 FPS half these games, or half these playtime. Stat pad! Woo! My teammate has 1,000 points. That's what I call an impact goal. Yep. Bro's got a casual 1K on the scoreboard. Oh my. Yeah, we went back to basics, chat. I have 2 single color matte paint cars. I was gonna go with the true Stocktain, but the art of the Stocktain has been lost. Okay, this time we have an Ice Titan, a Season 21 SSL in Snow Day. Does he know how to pick up a ball when the puck is usually just on the ground permanently? I guess so. That's what we call a clever pass, chat, where you pop it right over them. It's what they least expect. He says Danger Taco? No, I'm the other DT with a Taco PFP with the CRL analyst tag. I love when people ask. Are you the only guy you could possibly be with all those characteristics? No. Oh, that was almost such a good pass into the bump. Wait. Oh my God, get out of my goal, dude. Missed the pre-jump, but get the next follow. Hell yeah. I didn't know where he was on that, so. All right, spawn. That's gonna roll weird. Nice. Oh. Yeah, just trying for play for the beat there. I think Matt Red is very much slept on. Oh! Teammate! That's rude. Well, the thing is, Matt is just like an elite paint because Matt by itself is great. Matt Pearlescent might be the best paint in the game. Like, the amount of times I used to rock a pearlescent matte car and people would immediately be like, yo, what paint? What decal is that? I'm like, there's no decal on this, dude. This is just straight up paint. This is straight MS paint. Oh, I was hoping he'd fall low on that. I don't believe he scores that. Catch it. Oh, no. Dude, the timing of that was perfect. If I went a little farther forward, that would have been an elite, like, crackhead play of just chasing that down into the ceiling pinch, dude. I'm sorry, teammate. I knew exactly the play you were going for, but I didn't want to go in on that. Ah, that was me trying to set up the flick, but then I screwed up my approach. Nice. Cool. At least I'm driving a Nissan Silvia. A Silvia? What did you just say? Orange, purple, pearlescent. Orange and purple is anything purple. Green titles aren't allowed above Champ 2. You should know that. Bro's calling out their LCS analyst, I'm just saying. James Bot would be up here with me as well, but he doesn't use his tag because he gets yelled at too much. Oh. That would have been a sick pass if my teammate read my mind. Bro, I'm sick of these GC3s that don't literally have a telepathic link with me. Like, what is going on? Like, you're trying to play in the top 1% and you don't have any mutant abilities? Like, bro, get real. Just uninstall at that point. I thought he was leaving it, and then I realized he was chasing the... and then I thought he was actually going for it, and then I realized he was actually just bumping the only guy that was going to possibly save that. Nice demo. We love it. Only wants $5 to chat. Mission accomplished. Yeah, guys. Honestly, even though I'm unemployed, I don't need a lot of money. Luckily, my rent is only $300 a month. But yeah, I guess if, you know, I want to pay for 2 months rent, might be nice. Oh, hello. Stat pad legend strikes again, chat. He strikes again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Impact roll, numero dos. Yep. One more win against Sandro, and it's officially harvest is rich type of season. Early stream indeed. How you doing, Hacky? $300 a month is so low. Yeah, well, my rent is 5 times that, so don't worry. I'm swamped. How about you? Kind of the opposite. Just spent the morning filling out more apps, following up on some other stuff, getting an estimate on some invoices I owed. I said one more win against Sandro, and it's the, I'm officially farming him per our definition last week, but turns out we have to win with him. $1,500 a month? Technically it's 13, but with fees, it comes out to about 15. So functionally, my rent is like, it varies a little bit, but I would say it's usually $1,450 to $1,500. My rent in Chicago used to be $1,800, but I was also having 2 incomes back then. And that was also a temporary thing because my roommate moved out to live with his now wife, gay. So he was out of there, and I was like, well, instead of just moving to a new place for 1 year, let me, because I was doing the calculations. I'm like, honestly, the money I would save moving to like a somewhat cheaper apartment in Chicago would be offset by the amount of money I'd have to spend for like transportation, since my apartment was really close, and also for the cost of actually getting a moving truck and everything. So I was like, eh. The market before COVID, that's steep. I mean, it's fine. I mean, for the surrounding area that I'm in and the amenities and all that, honestly, it's a perfectly fair rent price. I don't really care for it. I don't really care like that badly. It's only interesting when, you know, you're unemployed and you're trying to make that rent payment. Ooh, I like the part where he gave it to me into a goal, but because he got the last second bump, it turns into not that. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, chat, I was not paying attention to Sandro's boost amount, so I'm like, oh, he's got the 50, and then I realized, oh wait, he definitely does not. Okay, Sandro, I'm getting a little bit of a hint on why you've lost, I think, every game that I've had you on stream today. Like, you're going for just wackadoo nonsense right now. I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath. Hey, Scavenger. Nice little scoop. Go, Sandro! 1v1! Go! Okay, well, that... Yeah, that's fair. Want a different lob on that. That's not the ceiling bounce I thought it would be. I pool shot him into that? I just grin that 50, but okay. I do think there's a Twitter screenshot somewhere in which they almost literally say that. According to alpha influencers, nothing more gay than loving your wife. I mean, that's why it's really funny how like people are like, there's like so many contradictions in that world of like, you need to like basically ignore your woman, blah, blah, blah. But then they post like a video and there's like, yeah, but the thing is like, if you treat them like garbage, then they'll love you anyway. And I'm like, I feel like you're like crafting a person that doesn't exist. Like all these things I feel like are all combining to this principle that doesn't actually exist in this world. Sandro, as much as I love you, I think it's pretty telling this is my first loss of the day. I'm gonna need you to actually get a clear here, buddy. All right, there's goal 1. Bonk. Are you a fan of ones? If I'm playing good on the day, then yes. But if I'm not feeling myself 100%, then no, ones is very brutal. Ooh. Sandro. Watch this, by the way. Oh, I was gonna try to pre-drop that, but he took a little lighter touch. And Sandro, the 100 boost, misses his read. I need this man to uninstall. I'm gonna be dead ass. This is the worst I've seen a player play all day. I think this is legitimately like the 5th loss in a row this man has taken. I'm not even count this as my loss. There's only so many times I can watch this man whiff the read that he's going for. Bro, take the shot, buddy. I would love for you to take a shot, but I don't think you've been in the attacking third for long enough. At least got the Spanish. I love ones tomorrow. I hit it. I think ones is a very vibes-based game mode. I think also you need to take. I think the hardest thing for ones for me is that I have to take the perspective of like, I'm not losing ones because I'm like a bad player all the time. Sometimes you're losing ones just because you don't play enough ones. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes the people who are very good at ones are like savants. Like they would be worse than you in 2s and 3s, but they're very good at kickoffs. They're very good at forcing 50s. They're very good at like tiny things that really only help. Well, not only, but like they're primarily of help in ones. And I think once you realize that, it makes ones a little bit more freeing. Okay, I'm gonna Q dodge Sandro because it's fun getting an insta win whenever I get him against him, but I'm not gonna guarantee to always be against him. So we're gonna wait a little bit and hopefully he gets into another lobby. Too long. Hi. Do you want to say hi to my cat, guys? It's Bella. She doesn't like being picked up. Luna doesn't mind it, but Bella does not. She does not like that. Alright. That's my punishment for Bella whenever she gets a little too nosy. Because she knows, like, when I'm streaming that I am not to be disturbed, but she'll, like, come up to me like, me. So I pick her up and she's like, so that's why. Luna doesn't really come around, but Luna also is a lot more evasive. Like, she'll come up to my ankles and meow at me, and then the moment I move at all, she runs away, because her ideal version of play is being chased around the apartment. She likes being, like, the one you're, like, trying to catch, so that's something that's kind of tough to, like, pick her up on stream because she's always running away. So I have to, like, trick her to come over. It's why whenever I'm like, oh, do you guys want to see Luna? I have to, like, lean out of frame because I'm literally just leaning over to be like, hey, come here, come here, come here. And I'm, like, paying, like, her a lot of attention so she comes over for pets. And then the moment she's close enough, I'm like, aha, I gotcha. And I grab her. Wait, he said on your right and then need boost. And so I went for a normal kickoff and then realized, wait, does he want it on the right or? Because normally when people spam twice, it's just the same thing twice. Like, need boost, need boost. Okay, I did bail on that one just so I could grab that. Ooh, Choi, I like that. That was a clever one. Ooh, Vitays hate that one. Okay. Wait, hello? Wait, Vitays, hold on. I need to see where you went on this. You saved it and... Okay, never mind. I thought he had more boost. I didn't know he flipped that. Wait, what the fuck? He's playing on the 9th moon of Jupiter. This might be the biggest range in ping I've ever seen. Look at this. 160 ping to 8. Buddy, I got way, like, I got all the connection. This man can't even see the ball. Ooh, wow, that's a bold fake chow. Oh, he just threw. The best thing is my teammate actually did everything right there. He sidestepped the bump, and then he immediately drove right into him. He could have just backstepped and then flipped into it, but he decided to try to catch. You're 8 ping and you can't even play that good. Buddy, you're the one that just missed an open catch. I don't know what you're talking about here. That would have been better if we missed that, to be honest. Bro says take the shot as if I 100% wasn't getting beat to that, but okay. Oh, sure. Gameplay that good, so or English first language? It's either Brazil. I think he's Brazilian, probably. I think it's a Sam player. It's on the U.S. Central is making me a little like, I don't know. No on that. That was a little risk. I was like, it's okay. Teammate's back. They're not going to shoot it. And if he is, he's probably farther enough back. Because I knew he was there, but he flipped right at it. So I was like, oh, well. That was a risk I think he took of just assuming that would be space. Either that or he thought I was in... I don't know. I was already past the ball. I don't really know what he was hoping for. I think he was just hoping that they would take a slight second, then he could 50 it. He tends to be very aggressive, which makes me think this is a Sam player. Because Sam players play all the same. They're either the fastest and best player on the field, or they're just the worst teammate. This guy is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like this guy's a garbage teammate, but I think we just got really on the wrong foot in the beginning. Also, 168 ping is just not easy to play on straight up. Ugh, well. 120 tops. Yeah, maybe he is an Aussie. That was a US Central server, though, so he must be really desperate for games if he's queuing US Central from Australia. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he's Brazilian, it's like South Brazil or maybe even like Argentinian or something. He's got to be deep there because like US Central, that's a Dallas server. So that's why I feel like it's probably like, I don't know. Yeah, the more that Sheep says it's OC, I think that it might actually be an OC guy. What's up? This drops thing next to the channel points? I don't know. Part of South America, they get snow. Actually, I can just check. Hold on. I wonder if he's a Steam player. He is a private profile because he's a fucking coward. Of course he is. God damn it, dude. I hate it when I check a player and he's a private account. Like, dude, what are you hiding your gameplay from? Oh, that was wide open. Oh, we got a minivan player, chat. What? Teammate, what the frick? Try number 2. Ah, find more, please. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was just throwing it away. I didn't realize he was actually gonna take a 50. All aspire to be like Shadu. They all have that play style. Well, they're so desperate to play fast and mechanical. And the thing is, it's fine to play that way. But the issue is like when people play 2s, they act like it's 1s. They just rotate as if no one else is around them. They take every play. Oh, he's trying to 1-2 it, I think. Buddy, I flipped at you. I can't get that 2. And what bothers me the most about the South American playstyle is that because it's so boost heavy and so aggressive, you're kind of forced to play like right next to them. And if you're not identical, then you're gonna fall behind the rotation. It's gonna result in a lot of awkward moments where you're like, oh God, why are you there? Minivan guys, quick. 3s is the charm. Yeah, well, I'm queuing 2s and 3s, and I'm not going to get a 3s game for another, like, 6 years, I don't think. Everyone solo queues 3s, so if you are trio queues, so if you duo queue, it takes forever, and then if you trio queue, you actually get a game. What? Oh, man. I didn't realize I got hit there until it was too late. Oh my! I thought bro was just gonna rotate out there. Well, that's a rough way to lose that goal. I was like, oh, it's okay, teammate, I got it. And then he hit it just enough to the left that it got around both of us. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's why I just like to use players who are like a little too aggressive, because it's like, if you're like playing like frickin', I don't know. Like, if you're playing like an actual Sam Pro and you're just out of your mind mechanical, then it's fine. But players are like, nah, I'm just going to play like that regardless. And then they end up eating every 100 boost on your side of the field. They're going for everything in a million miles an hour. They don't take a slow 50 ever. They don't shadow defend ever. They just full send into everything, which can work to a certain extent. The problem is some plays are fundamentally something you got to take your time on. Speaking of, hi, DJ. I don't even mind a hem, but he's a little panicky. He's got 100 boosts. I don't know why he's flipping anything there. He has so much time to recover on that. That's another beat. Fort. Ah, that's a great touch. That's a goal. Good save by him. Hey, pass that middle. Oh, you faked it and then screwed it up. Dude. Can't win reform points to get a free random car. Wow, that's a mod really abusing his power there. Nope. All right, chat. Well, this loss, no matter what has happened prior, is 100% my fault. Oh, the open net miss, chat. A classic. Blah, 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 blah. I pre-flipped it into a bump and he still got a save on that. That seems a little rigged, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna get bumped to the boot. Kill yourself, dude. That's crazy. Jakey's just too fast for me, I guess. All right, try to stand up on that. Unfortunately, Jakey's just too good. I will never understand something that happens sometimes with my teammates in twos where they will... Holy ghost touch. I think he just straight whiffed that. I don't think he even touched that. But yeah, where we'll have a counterattack and there'll be like a player on the side and player in the middle, and they'll flick it forward instead of middle. Like, why are you not flicking it toward the middle where your teammate is? He might just not know, generally. He might just be catching it and he's like, I just need to flick this. But I'm always like, if you just flick that little middle, that's like something we could work with. Anyway, there was a random car redeemed. Oh. So create, customize, randomize. Oh yeah, that's a car right there. That's a car right there, chat. I like the wacky waving inflatable arm foiling tube, man. Gotta do my homework before my mom crashes out. Sounds like a plan, buddy. Please do your homework. Is it? It is, yeah, look. Game doesn't even want to give me a QF for that one. Oh. It's actually really funny how I'm not finding a game right now. Like, I actually put on this atrocity of a car and it's struggling to find me a game they want to actually put me in. Alrighty, let's try this again. Aether Naden. Oh, we got another Vatira fan. This is a third different Vatira fan we played in the past 2 games. Or 2 days. Oh no, there's Spanish sweats. No, no. Should have known. That was 3 crossbars in about 3 seconds. Ugh. Well, I'm kind of dumb. I read my teammate's username. I'm like, what's a polish Vatira? And I'm like, oh, right. Ding dong, ball goes in. Ding dong, the witch is dead is from what? Is that from Wizard of Oz? Oh, I didn't line that up correct. And yet, that's gonna be the worst, technically a musty goal you've ever seen in your life. That is the worst, technically a musty you've ever seen. Boop. That is the mustard flick, not the musty. That is the legally distinct musty flick. Yeah, mustard flick. Oof. Yes, polish Vatira. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. There you go. I do find it kind of funny that like someone pointed out the other day that like Oz is basically like they made Marvel movies for the women and I'm like, honestly, it's pretty accurate. Some of the tweets I've been seeing is 100% that. Like there's a whole action shot of the Wicked Witch like landing her broom or something on a massive CGI background, and then everyone's like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I'm like, this is exactly how Marvel fans act. They 100% did just say, like, what if we turned Wizard of Oz into, I don't know, somehow a musical, and then also made it into kind of like a superhero thing? Wow, that's lag! Please don't lag me out of this game. That's definitely a win. Ugly car. Bro redeems a random car and actually is surprised that it doesn't have insane drip. All right. Hey, Bucks. Yes, King. Pass it right to the guy who was waiting for that pass. I thought the guy was actually going to play off my flick. Not really sure why you let me have that, but okay. Who could have seen this coming? Yeah. Cool. Yep. Wait, Musty. Musty number 2. Polish Retier says till L. You know what? Sure. They change Carl about. Nah, staying that you peaked 850 points. Now we gotta go back to the classic. Then again, I am partying up with a guy who said till L, but we were kind of beating up on a team that was not playing well, so it's kind of like one of those moments where it's like, yeah, we played sick that game, teammate, and then we're gonna play this next one, and we're gonna be playing against actual goats, so. The phrase, who out there could have seen this coming, became reified for me when I was 13 years old as a result of watching Mega Man 6 with lyrics. Mega Man 6? Uh-oh. I may or may not have completely whiffed that corner boost. I bit off a bit more than I could chew on that one. My bad. Hell, oh, my camera was inside that guy's car. I was like, where am I looking right now? Please. Where's your boost, sir? You had absolutely nothing on that last aerial, and we're gonna score it on. Oh my god. I thought that was gonna be such an easy double because the only guy who could get it was the one with no boost, and then he got one singular touch. Should have doubled that from higher up. Ugh. All right, 2 goals that are pretty unfort. Honestly, I feel like teammate had the exact same like thought I did on that last one, where he's like, he's not gonna get a good clear, and then he actually got a pretty good clear. So that's a lot of boost, DMV guy. Just dust him, just dust him, just dust him, just dust him, just dust him. Close one. I'm about to get balled on right here. Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. We're fine. Let's just not get kickoff gold. Not a great start. Let's play that as if I had bumped. I hate that. Going forward on that. The restraint of him to not throw that away is immense. That's gonna go down, teammate. Watch out. All right, we're gonna cut that middle just to make it a little bit more difficult to clear. Nice touch. Oh, that, honestly, he almost got me on that. You have 100 boost! All right, this guy's not gonna work out. I know it's an awkward save, but what are we doing here? All right, yep, that's why I literally called this. I was like, yeah, we played pretty well, but let's see what we're like here. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. One top corner on that. I absolutely despise everything about me not touching that. Open. Okay, well, that's just a blatant mistake. All right. Polish Vatira giveth him polish. Polish Vatira, take it away. I keep reading as polish, dude. My brain does not recognize. Danger Taco internal brain does not recognize Poland. Confirmed. There's no way you both are on the near. This is the stupidest game, dude. As opposed to external brain. Yeah, you guys don't take your brain out like an external hard drive. Where do you guys store all your extra memories? Fine dining and breathing. Oh, wow, he brake checked my bump attack. That guy's heads up. That ball was directly above him, which means his camera was not a good angle for that. What the wave dash? Oh, now we're cooking with gas. That's an open net. Back post. Nice. I slowed down. I thought that was a little bit lighter. I was like, I'm going to single touch that, no bump, but it was a little bit further. Nice. I shouldn't have. I was like, he's going to be a little late to this, but it should be fine. Okay, we're good. You actually chased that through? Oh, no, okay. And we lost because he's peeker. Okay, well. I'm not going to lie, that was kind of unreal. Cucks are pinched. Fun fact, that would have been even worse because he would have just 100% dunked me. Well, rough middle section. GG. He looked like he wanted to stay, but I'm like, you know, I'm gonna stick by that. I always have to listen to my gut on that stuff. I'm like, we were playing not a good team and he was asking to party up, so I'm like, I mean, sure, but yeah, I don't think a cuckster would have helped there because he met me right as I hit the ball. So even if I cuckstered, it would have just been pinched even harder, but my recovery would have been slower. And I was gonna clip on you. I mean, that's fair, but I don't know. We had a couple of awkward goals that really shouldn't happen. 3 of those goals were like just blatant mistakes on our end, so. See you, Bucks. There's no way this is oh, never mind. This is a recurring Vatira character. I was like, there's no way this is the 4th Vatira stan. No one ever does this with like beast mode or something. Oh no. We're losing the marketing war to the French chat. I was like wondering if he was gonna chow, and then I was like, this is low GC3, buddy. Of course he's gonna freaking chow that. What are you thinking? Of course he's gonna go for a ball. He gets beat by a full business day on and off stream today for work. Hello, J Bogo. Actually, in casual, everyone's making their names a pun with the word Oh. Sounds like something a casual player would do, though. If memory serves, the Vatira dude, the Vatita or whatever, is not actually the good player. The Gato Pero is like the high rank player. It's fast. I was trying to go back post, so I tried to lift that a little bit, and that didn't work, so that works. I was trying to like pop that, and I guess I just barely touch it, so whatever. I guess I screw me, dude. 3 different people doing that? Interesting. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think he was under it enough to flick it like that. I suppose he got that much. Honestly, I think that was one of those things where the flip touched the ball forward and then hit it again. Kind of like the double touch that like speeds it up on the second. Because that was like, felt like I had a good read, and then all of a sudden it was like, whoop. Zymic, easy goal, easy goal, easy goal, easy goal. Oh, well, am I demoed? I'm not, okay. Brutal fake. Just kidding, he was not even on it. That's funny. Spawn please, spawn please, spawn please. Nice. That's fine. Low 50. Perfect. Okay, we got just a clear on that. No, why, buddy? Right down the middle, the only place that it gets knocked back into pressure, and then we get scored on it because you're a fucking idiot? God damn it, dude. Infinite time for that, and you throw it right down the middle. This is GC3, lock in! Ugh. Now, I probably shouldn't have gone to the boost, but at the same time. Do you have any interest in hopping in a party? Absolutely not, dude. F that play. Yeah, we're getting all the central servers today. Ooh. I'm getting farmed by a guy carrying his teammate with only one thumb. What are we doing? Why are we challenging for that angle? That's not a smart play. Someone say anything about eviction? Was that a troll? I mean, we're on that path, dude. We're on the path to eviction, based on how the job search is going and how much Texas unemployment actively hates me. Ugh. Bruh. Thank you. Oh my god, I was about to say, I'm like, I'm gonna at least bump or get close, so we just need to put this on target. Keep this money will come in way before that. I don't know if it will, dude. Apparently the company that owes me like $3,300 is being late on like every single one of its payments, so I'm a little worried that's not gonna come in soon. I have about $500 more on top of that. That is a little bit late, and I got a bunch of $800 stuff that's probably gonna hit midway through next month, so gonna be a little yike, I'm not gonna lie. We're very much destined for overdraft land soon in my mind. Alrighty. Don't we get paid? Yeah, I'm not taking an interest loan. J-Will, where are you getting this frickin' made up? What do you mean months behind on rent? I'm not no months behind on rent. I have paid my rent, bro. If I make it to day 5 without paying rent, they're already have me out the door, dude. Like, you're just making up a scenario, dude. I'm saying I'm on my way there in sense of like it's gonna be very tough to make sure I have all my ducks in a row by the end of the month, which means we're probably gonna have to do some subathon or donathon nonsense later in the month, unless my esports people want to pay me early, which I don't think they will. I always like to email just in case. The $25,000 convenience fee, that's fair. Oh. I'm taking a risk on this. I was about to say, I'm like, he's either gonna flick that early and get dunked, or he's not gonna go at all. That was not the catch. You went for that? Okay, well then again, he has a C3, so. Okay. Hold your boost, hold your boost, hold your boost, hold your boost. Nice, well done, well done. It's not a boost. Playing against Vatorita, that is proving that Jack Hansey can read a username. Good deflection. No! What? Bro, I bumped him. I thought you had it. You had a 1v1, and then you couldn't finish it because you used all your boost on the recovery. Oh no. Oh no, dude. Oh my god, he faked load on that one, holy. Hey, One Doggo, thank you for the resub.
See, there we go.
All right, we take that. All right. Oh, I don't like the wide rotation. Okay. Play the flick, play the flick. Perfect. Jump. Perfect. I can reset that. Go! Ah! Not the flick I needed on that. That's okay. It's not like the C3 is going to ball on this guy, right? Especially after you give it away. Hit at the corner, hit at the corner. Do not go into the 50, dude. Oh. You're going to miss that double. And you're going to screw me over there. Never mind, we're good. That's unfortunate. I didn't think my team would leave it there. Oh! I was like, yeah, that's pretty heavy hit in the middle. That's okay. That's plenty of time for a second guy to go. I should never assume I have backup. I should have just controlled that better. Oh, well. Hey, Zig. One Doggo, thank you for the Prime sub, specifically. Yeah, at the end of the day, though, I just can't put myself in scenarios where I need help. I just need to be able to go. Speaking of. Ugh. Sorry, teammate. I only have so much boost. And he tried to flat tire me. All right, Beans, if you're already going to crash out, then maybe let's not play. Out of that, he's trying to steal a pad from me as I was also about to grab it. I was like, it's okay, I don't have a lot of boost, but that's not gonna go off the ceiling that hard. And then it went off the ceiling a little harder than I needed it to. Horrible angle by me though, but I should have just not done that. What the these guys are peeking? All right, we're gonna take a break. Thank you for the flex, Doggo. How do you sell the creator maps? Because Steam Workshop is a thing, buddy. Learn the ropes again? Yes. You have to pay for that? No, it's a Steam Workshop, dude. I'm just simply better than everyone on Epic Games on the platform. I am on the Steam Workshop. The maps are not DLC modded in maps. These are just things that people designed through the Creator Workshop. Got a zig. Flexing on them with the alpha flex, holy. It's crazy. Yeah, so it's the Epic mod through Bacchus mod worked because of Epic, because of they found a mod to boot basically Epic maps from Steam Workshop into the game. So yeah, I still have access to them because it's part of Steam. It's part of the reason why I will hold on to this Steam copy of Rocket League until I die. How long is the cooldown? A couple minutes, I think. Steam has to, Twitch has to keep track of the cooldown. I don't know why they don't give a timer. Oh. Why did you leave? Excuse me? What do you mean leave? What? Why'd I leave? Because we were getting absolutely worked and I was getting kind of tilted, so I'm like, let's take 5 minutes to chill. It was just a bad start to the game, especially after that last one where we were losing off of just silly stuff. Like a single cat hair on my nose tickling my nostril. I was blown away when I was watching the speedrun version of this map and people were bouncing off the inside of the ring to turn faster across that part. I was like, that's such crazy tech. Also brutal because you're already like 2 minutes into your run, so if you mess that up, you basically just immediately have to restart and try again, which is brutal. I thought they were botting. No, botting is not a thing. At least from what I can tell. Yeah, EAC's kind of been locked in, I'm not gonna lie. I've not heard anyone play a bot. And if they are, it's like not super decisive, or if it is, they get shut down like pretty quick, so. I think EAC's getting better and better at detecting that stuff. I've also not seen any more screenshots of like, oh, see, the Discord's at it again, blah, blah, blah. And if it is, no one's actually been like, oh my god, I got one of these new bots. They're like, oh no, there might be bots, and then there isn't any. You know it's working when Alpha Kev hasn't tweeted at the devs. Can I buy RL from someone on Mass Up? You can, I believe. You can probably buy a Steam key of Rocket League on Steam. I don't know how expensive those accounts are, but you can probably buy one somewhere. Just get the workshop. Yeah, it is a nice benefit. All right. Let's chill out from 2s and play some 3s. How about that? I'm still banned? What? Ugh. Gonna reject Zymic because not in the mood. Get a spawn camp Zig out of spite? That's pretty crazy. Nope. I get it, I'm still timed out. There's no way it's not been a minute. Welcome back in, Zig. Dude, this is the longest minute of my life! Unreal level of hating. Zig is DMing hate to Lilo. I respect it. D:. Kind of inappropriate, think about it. Ah, yes, the Eternal 3's queue, because this game mode doesn't exist until about 6 o'clock. Oh! Ah! Not a fake one either. Pog? I'll call you every day. Jack Hands in YouTube chat. I feel bad for Lilo. Yeah. Feel like that. Nice. The goal in the replay was right on the drop. Can I just assume it's deserved? Crazy. Nice. Bruh. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had at least 20 boosts there. Yes, King. Yes, miss your shot after the bump. Okay, cool. Guilty to prove innocent in Twitch chat. It's pretty real. I mean, we don't even have really a judicial system. You just, like, accuse someone of, like... Not even accuse someone. You're just like, hey, put that person in jail. And then the security is like, yep. Admittedly, you do have to pay for this, so... A little bit of a corrupt judicial system. Oh, nice finish. Yes, boss! Okay. I didn't grab that 100 boost? Question mark. Okay. Sad Zexy? Nice hit. I was about to say, I'm like, that might hit that across for a pass, but they're not hitting that. Boop. We'll rank you in 2s. We're GC3. Nice. One more. Any plans for celebration for SSL? Sell my account so I can pay my rent. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Do a backflip on stream. No, I'm not gonna commit to that. I'm gonna kill myself. I would 100% snap my head back against the ground. Just crumple. It's crazy how I'm watching Lilo's net worth decrease just over the course of this stream alone. Yeah, I don't think I'm in SSL this season. I'm just gonna kind of based on the fact that I've been slumping. Alright. That's clean enough. Incentive plan from viewers, if you have that. Those who... I don't get what that means. From 6969 to 6767, I would never, dude. These guys are asking, oh, you cast a CCC Texas, right? Nope. They let me go because they didn't want to pay for pro commentators, and so they paid students. Oof. My buddy's about to work a LAN and their mic setup does not look great. If I make a 6-7, I'm gonna make it unbearable. Hey Edge, I'm surprised I didn't know that you weren't there when they were there for CCC. I don't know, Nate. They might have just thought I was someone else or whatever. I'm not gonna say I'm like I'm famous as like Daz or whatever. Like, you'd know if he was in an event of casting, but yeah, they yeah, that was a nice double tap there where I was like, not that, but that was a nice moment where like I got laid off from my job and then immediately found out that CEC Texas, they were like, yeah, we don't feel like paying you your money, so we're gonna hire students for like 1/10 the cost. And then right after that, a different LAN that was gonna pay me a couple $100 was like, actually, sorry, we're gonna just go with someone else. And then they canceled that. And then I had another gig that I was gonna use, but then Epic laid off 1,000 people, and then suddenly they're like, yeah, so this LAN isn't happening because a bunch of people who were organizing it got laid off. And I'm like, sick, huge fan, let's go. That one I was on casting, I was bracket adminning, basically. Which is basically just making sure players are in the lobby and walking around and solve tech problems. Don't go down this vibe. So, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like an irritating, you know, when it rains it pours type thing. Oh. Honestly, I might just switch games if Rocket League is gonna be mid today though. So I was hoping to meet you and a bunch of other people. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, it's okay. Hopefully there will be events in the future. There's no way you just gulagged Lilo again. Oh my gosh. Zig was actually just refreshing every second to get that to spawn back in. That's crazy hating, I'm not gonna lie. Any last words? Yes, there you go. Get a $10 Sig? There you go. Nope, doesn't count. Yes were the last words. Get her out of here. Oh. Oh wait, that's Syphil. My boy. Close one. Maybe we'll have to do a new Nuzlocke when I inevitably have to do a streamathon to pay my bills. Pogo? Ooh. Honestly, if I switch to a different game today, it'll probably be... I want to do a new run-through of Dead Zone Rogue. Because I love that game. Started to play it again. They're coming out with Rogue Dead Zone 2 soon, and it looks kind of insane. I'm a little confused why it's 2. They definitely could have just added a new DLC, but I guess they just decided they're going to do it again. I just mod abuse, and then I immediately see Zig has been timed out. Hey, Devin. That was the coolest person ever? Holy glaze, dude. YouTube chat is a Lilo appreciator.
Hey
What?
Taco, love your stream. Questionable mods, but stream is good.
Thank you for the 74 months. Wow. That's one of the longer streaks we have. It's really... Few people are at 70. No! I knew it was dropping and I still didn't get high enough. Not the own goal. Have to keep viewers on their toes. Yep. You an SSL yet? No. It's gonna take a fat number of wins to get into SSL. Wait. Interesting. Teammate just bailed on that bump attempt, and you bailed on that read, and that's gonna be a goal. Kasif's about a clip. Oh! I'm playing with a duo cube. One of these guys is definitely a C1. Anyway. I think I actually missed 2 or 3 months at one point when I started watching. Oh my. You not rocking with the Fennec? I've never seen you use it. I've used it a decent amount. Just Octane is usually the car I use, so. Octane just feels a little awkward at times, in a way that I don't like. All right, chat, I'm gonna guess Valpre is 1435. Oh, I was close. Okay, I was pretty close. I was about to say, I'm like, wait, he's 1600? No, I read it. Man, chat, we're pretty good. See, I know my hyper getting carried players in my lobbies. Huge fan that is allowed. Huge fan, huge fan, huge fan, huge fan, huge fan, huge fan. Missed that by just about 9 points. You're almost D3? Nice, Devin. I'm 34 and I still hot cross buns. I can't cross my feet in a desk chair. They just don't stay in. My ass is too fat. It pushes my whole center of mass forward in the chair. You're misperforming it? I mean, are you guys sitting on your feet? For me, I just like to cross them with my feet like underneath my thighs. But some people like cross their legs and they're like sitting on their feet. And I'm like, slightly ahead of you. That's what I'm doing. No, it just doesn't fit. I think this chair is just not meant for that. Then again, this is like a bargain desk chair versus like an actual executive one. Not sure about you, but last night I won 20 match back-to-back. Yeah, I can't relate to winning 20 matches. That's a casual 225 probably points consecutively. Ah, yes, get a win and then immediately get skills. God, skills, I really hope you're just carrying some randoms. Some dudes who can barely aerial. Whoop. That's fine. Let's grab the non-existent boost. Oh! We're gonna have to get back on that. That's rigged, dude. I flipped it into it hitting the bottom of my car and I didn't get a reset on that. That would have been such an elite counterattack. Bro. Dude, the angles I'm getting on some of these 50s. 50 the ball and then get carried right into the post. Nice. Close. Alrighty. I start on both until something deters me. One gets 2 more and falls asleep, and I flip to 1 leg. Nope, I'm good. Bro does not fear death. That's crazy. How can I get better at FC26? I don't know. I would suggest searching FC26 and then going to live streams and then watching a streamer and then ask them that play that. Because I don't play enough FIFA to know how to get good. I would argue you probably have to work on your passing. And also choose a good team. Stop playing with leads, idiot. If you're talking about FC26, then you should have been born with richer parents, so you could have bought packs to win. Or Ultimate Team, rather. What? I don't know why we're clearing that. Nice shot. Yeah, honestly, I stopped. I had FC24 on my EA account because it was on sale for like $5, and I was like, you know what, why not? And I stopped playing it because the franchise mode, like the manager mode, I guess, franchise Madden, is kind of dumb because I was playing. As a club, we got to semifinals of the domestic cup and we lost. And after the season, we got to like, I think we won like a side league. We came in second in the domestic cup. And then the players were like, yeah, the morale of the team is really low, coach, and you need to fix the culture here. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like the only people who are frowny faced were the guys who were like 4th string who were barely getting into the game. And I'm like, well, duh. But I'm like, to claim the game telling me like, oh, sorry, everyone hates it here. I'm like, no, you don't, dude. You're all getting paid fat contracts and you're all getting good starts. Even my freaking reserves were getting like a handful of starts throughout the season. Like, what are we talking about? And then I realized, like, after I Googled, that's like an issue that FC24 does, is like, the game will just invent conflict to keep you on your toes. And I'm like, I'm not opposed to the game throwing you a curveball, but it's kind of BS to like, have a great season, by every metric, exceed all your expectations that the club board has set out for you. And then the players are like, sorry, this club sucks and I hate it. And it's like, yeah, okay, awesome, sick, huge fan. You have to do stuff for them. No, but that's the thing, is like half it was like, oh, I want play time, and then I would play them, and then almost every single player is happy, and then with like maybe a fifth of all my players being unsatisfied because they're like a 4th stringer and they don't really get in except for like, you know, 1st or 2nd round of a domestic cup or whatever. They're like, nah, I don't like it here. I'm like, buddy, everyone else is happy, and this is somehow ruining my freaking thing, and my job approval goes down. Like, die. So yeah, that's the thing that was bothering me. Like, obviously I understand players like want certain things. Like, I want certain starts. I want to play more. Oh, you're playing me in the wrong position. I want to be in a formation that fits me. Like, whatever. But like, those guys were all happy. And it was just like a handful of dudes. My captain was just like, yeah, they all hate you here. I'm like, don't they? No, they don't. It literally says they're all happy. So yeah, ever since that, I kind of stopped playing because I really only like playing manager mode. And that kind of ruined the experience for me, not gonna lie. Madden is at least a little bit more balanced on its free agency, I feel like, or on its franchise mode. I had 100 subs last time I came in here. Very cool. Now through a lot of hard work and dedication, you have 99. That was a video game? Yeah, in FIFA's, aka old FIFA is now called FC26. Oh, no, it's, yeah, with an FC26, it's like the equivalent of the Madden franchise mode where you're, you know, managing a club and, you know, change up formations and strategy and hiring assistant coaches to work with like your different position players and everything. And everything was going great. And then the game still was like, nope, sorry, you suck. And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not gonna play this game and constantly get shoved BS nonsense. Like, you're gonna have to throw me like something else with like, you know, the real conflicts in the franchise mode should be like, if you're popping off your star player, he should want to demand like an insane thing, or like a rival club is trying to poach him or something. You know, it has to like be an obstacle that's really hard to overcome, and it makes you kind of have to make tough decisions. I just don't like when the game suddenly decides, hey, that player, you know, that was super happy all of a sudden, now he hates it here and wants to trade, and you're like, that's not how it works. Not gonna lie, did not expect that to get past that first guy. Flick, 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 flick. Or you could have bumped the one guy in the way. Ugh. Close one. Hello? Oh. I cut and then I looked downfield and realized some guy was, I'd expect him to be there. Sorry, good pass. I didn't expect that to be a good pass, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. The more I play solo queue in these ranks, I just kind of assume everyone's playing on their own universe. Oof. Touch is not there. Bad touch. Rough turn. All right. We love a good indie haul. Good to hear, Lilo. Also, it's kind of funny how many like AAA studios now are just trying to like churn out indie vibe games. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about the controversy surrounding Mixtape, that new like story mode game. That's being reviewed like crazy, and people are claiming it's an industry plant. What? Have a good day. See you, Devin. An AI competition video? Ugh. Ooh, chat, we're fading. I think it might be time to change games. Hello? Jump. There, Lilo's a code for Celeste. Damn, that's crazy. She should probably get timed out for that. I was trying to grab boost and throw it away, but it didn't work. That should bounce actually pretty decent. Oh, never mind. Oh. Really barely even flicked that. Oh, but I didn't even see Santi for some reason. I was like, oh, they're just gonna let that go? Wait! Oh. No! I wanted the ceiling pinch. Well, 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 UNT triple Q. Wait. Rudolph, stop playing your bot! Oh, that was a pass. That could have been a pass in the middle. No. What? Yep. All right. We're changing games, chat. Rocket League is out. Let go. I'm living disbelief. Every time I speak, without a doubt, got everything I need. Yeah. Could've sworn I had a scene for a different game. Anyway. We love. It's time to play Balatro on stream. First ever Balatro play. The only game is Horsey Game. Ah, yes, Horsey Game. Stream doesn't end until noon. Do the sports geo? Oh, right. Oh, whoops. Wait, what's the website again? It's Sports Geosport. that app. There you go. I don't know why my desktop keeps getting reset. There we go. Patrick Mahomes played quarterback at this Big 12 school. Man, I really need to know more. I don't even know where Mahomes went to school. See, the problem is I paid a lot of attention to the NFL up until like 2007, and then I stopped paying attention to the NFL. So for like a good 12 years. So there's a lot of common knowledge questions I don't know. I know Ariola, Dylan Arola or whatever is a copy. Let's say you also went to Nebraska. Nope. Should have known. Texas Tech? Yep. Taylor Manning plays college ball in the same southern town as father Archie. I also don't know that. Yeah, apparently this is the easy one for the year. I don't know anything about pro players' college play. I think he went to Ole Miss. I want to say it's up here, not here. Close enough. Pau Gasol won 2002 NBA the rookie in this city before the trade to the Lakers. You guys know Pau Gasol's team history? I don't fucking know. I don't want to see NBA. Whatever. Siwoo Kim, I have no idea who that is. I'm just gonna, I don't fucking know. I understand it's good in this African city. Yeah. Wherever Cape Town is. Sad. Well, terrible score. You're telling me you guys were getting 900s? You know Siwoo Kim off the top of your head? Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. I have to share that to the Discord, unfortunately, to get shamed. Hold on, I had to check if Discord was opening on the main menu because there's a DM open that I don't want people to read. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, everyone else in this frickin' Discord was like, yeah, I got 900. Oh my god, I knew all these. I'm like, I don't know how the frick you guys know all that. In Seattle for a name like that? Crazy. All right. I generally do not believe I could get a single answer right if I did this for a full month. I mean, it's like some I'm pretty good at and I understand it, but it's just the issue is like my main issue is that like it's very much like you have to either be a pretty avid consumer of like sports at all levels, or you have to have a decent amount of memory for like those fun facts aspects of sports, because a lot of it is like, hey, this pro player that you know this pro player, and like, yeah, it's like, all right, where'd they go to high school? And you're like, and then when you select it, they're like, yeah, they were a hype prospect out of blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't like, that's such a niche stat or whatever. Or my favorite, it's all American athletes, and then randomly they're like, hey, this guy got third at the Boston Marathon or whatever in 2001. Where are they from? And I'm like, I don't know. Pau Gasol went packed in my backyard in 10-ass-E. Fair enough. I don't know, so that stuff just was a little like... Anyway. I'm gonna go with the game that I was gonna go with originally. What's this minor leaguers baseball player's favorite ice cream flavor? Well, not necessarily that, it's just like, it's all geographic. It's the issue is like, inevitably there are some questions where I'm like, I have no idea how to answer this, because it's like, how am I supposed to actually know this off my top of my head? So that's my biggest issue that I keep coming back to. So like, there's a lot of stuff where it's like, well, honestly, instead of being like, what's their favorite ice cream flavor, it'd be like, this person used to frequent this one place in this one city that they used to vacation in or whatever. It'd be like something like that. And you'd be like, am I supposed to know that? And they're like, yeah, it was covered all the time in People magazine in the early 2000s that, like, I don't know, blah, 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 went to this town in Northern California. I'm like, I don't know, dude. No, it's always sports based. So it's never going to be like, this guy likes this brand. Where is it from? It's like something involving the player directly. But it might also be like a thing like, it's usually like what trips me up is like, they were either a very famous prospect at a high school, where's the high school, but more often it's like, what college did they go to? And I'm like, some of this is like going to college in the early 2000s. I'm like, I was 8. I was not paying attention to college ball. So it's like, bleh. So that stuff just doesn't work 90% of the time. One sec, chat. I'm adjusting. Holy lag on my Discord. I'm just gonna end the stream by the way. Bye.